Okay, people, we have Dielfield 2-door freezer, 6000 XL. This one came to the shop, it wasn't cooling, so I found out faulty expansion valve, but we don't have replacement parts. Here's the old one. Here's the old toy valve. So we went with the good old Subco cap tube. I did a cap tube. So we already did the brazing. I'm gonna put it back in and get it into a vacuum, see how it goes. Now we got it back in place. Cap tube's tied up. So the brazes. So the particular part here is those tabs on the side, they just line up. As you can see, you just slide them in. So I slide it in. So I just have to wire up the fan motor, cap it, and get into a vacuum. Now we got everything in place. Cap tubes in place, soldered, fans wired up. Everything fell in the tabs, see? Has some tabs. Basically, I didn't have it open so long, so I'm gonna give it a good vacuum. And we'll charge up, we'll see how it goes. For those that have any doubt about the cap tubes, they have Subco bullet restrictor cap, 5 size covers 100 applications. This is your number 1 because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the correspondent number would be marked. So this is number 1. How do I know I have to use number 1? There's a table in there, and you have single feed, double feed. So you have a single feed for the double feed. So this is double feed R44A, low temp, half horse. So we go 44A, half horsepower, and for low temp we will be using 2 pieces of 56 inches of number 1. Ironically, it had the 100 plus inches. I think I just had 2 inches left over. So it was one, had to use 1 box. So I give thumbs up to Subco for that. So that's how I got to the cap tube. And I use this type of cap tube for almost all applications. I don't have access to OEM. It's pretty hard for me to get it. So this saves my life a lot of the times. It hasn't failed me yet. So that's how we found out the one you have to use for this one. For the one you have to use for this unit. So I will be doing vacuum on it now. And so I just want to show how I find out what cap tube we know, what number, and how to cut, and where the lamps are. It's alive, people! It's alive! Such here. Nice and hot. 16. Previously it wouldn't go under 20. Nice sweaty compressor, not flooding back like it was a big block of ice that was coming. So let's see how it goes. Let's keep it under observation. Okay, we got it up and running. So basically it was TXV was giving problems. Here's my usual setup. The Subco ED10 and the Pen A421C, because the D, there's ABCD, and that one's defrost. That's for coolers. Got like 20 degrees. It's been on like for an hour. There goes the Subco. Look at it now. A little bit of frost, not a lot. It used to get like this big chunk and it wouldn't do anything. And it wouldn't go below 20. So the joke about this was that the boss said, "Oh, it's a froster now, a beer mug froster, not a freezer." I said, "I'll put the cap tubes on it." So I eliminated the TX valve, put the cap tubes. So that's what we have. Dielfield 6000 XL lives one more day, and probably some customer will buy it. But there we go. That's all, folks. Hey, here's a tidbit. There's a Dielfield freezer we were working on the other day, but it wasn't temping. Even though it was temping good with the cap tubes, it was getting to 10 degrees, but I want to get 0. So we put my favorite super condenser mod. I call it subcooling special. Little condenser. Basically, you take the exit from the first one. I'll go all the way to the top, second one. Come out. Liquid line. Here's the pressure tap. And towards my expansion device, which is the cap tubes. It'll work. It works every single time I've done it. It takes a little bit more of gas because of the second condenser, but it's going to run a little bit more efficiently, more cool, cooling more better. Here's a little view. On the back we take this is the second one. See? And this one goes out to that dryer. Here's the wiring to the second one. Let me pull that one a little bit back. There we go. I'll tie it up later. There we go. Tie it there. That ain't going nowhere. We use a tech screw to screw it down to the frame so it won't move. And basically what we'll do, remove the heat that it didn't remove from the first one. The second one removes it. It goes in cooler. And that means that you have more cooling. I have more cooling. The compressor works a little bit more nicer. It works with less load. So that's it. Dryer braised in. T for my service, high side service port. And this is the one going towards the cap tubes. In the other video you saw, well, the other parts of the video you saw how I did all the cap tubes and stuff like that, but that's basically what we're going. So we're on a vacuum now, so we're gonna charge up and see how the pressure looks like.